The world of motorsports is mourning the heartbreaking loss of Kyle Busch after reports confirmed that the legendary NASCAR champion passed away at the age of 41 following a sudden severe illness. The devastating news has shocked racing fans around the world, especially because only hours earlier, representatives had announced that Busch had been hospitalized due to serious health complications. According to statements released jointly by NASCAR, Childress Racing, and the Busch family, Kyle Busch passed away unexpectedly after battling what was described only as a severe illness. At this time, the exact medical cause of death has not been officially disclosed publicly. For millions of racing fans, the news feels almost impossible to process. Kyle Busch was not simply one of NASCAR's most successful drivers. He became one of the defining personalities of an entire generation of motorsports. Known by the nickname Rowdy, Busch built a career filled with championships, unforgettable rivalries, emotional victories, and a fearless competitive spirit that made him impossible to ignore on the racetrack. Born in Las Vegas, Nevada, Kyle Busch entered professional racing at a remarkably young age and quickly established himself as one of the sport's brightest rising stars. As the younger brother of fellow racing legend Kurt Busch, expectations surrounding him were already enormous from the beginning. But over time, Kyle Busch created a legacy entirely his own. Throughout his extraordinary career, Busch captured 2 NASCAR Cup Series championships in 2015 and 2019, while earning 63 Cup Series victories and an astonishing 234 wins across NASCAR's 3 National Series, the highest total in NASCAR history. Supporters admired his fearless driving style, emotional honesty, and relentless desire to win. Even critics admitted his talent behind the wheel was extraordinary. Whenever Kyle Busch raced, fans paid attention because he had the rare ability to completely change the atmosphere of a race weekend through pure intensity and competitiveness. One of the most emotional chapters of his career came after the terrifying Daytona crash in 2015 that left him with severe leg injuries. Many feared his racing future was over after the violent accident, but Busch returned with remarkable determination and eventually captured the NASCAR Cup Series championship later that same season, one of the greatest comeback stories in modern motorsports history. As news of his passing spread, emotional tributes immediately flooded social media from fellow drivers, teams, celebrities, and longtime supporters. NASCAR released a heartbreaking statement describing Kyle Busch as a rare talent, one who comes along once in a generation. Several fellow drivers also shared emotional reactions after learning the devastating news. Longtime rival and friend Denny Hamlin admitted he could hardly comprehend the tragedy, while urging fans to keep Busch's family in their prayers during this unimaginable period of grief. For many fans, one of the most painful aspects of the situation is how sudden everything happened. Earlier reports had only confirmed that Busch was hospitalized and expected to miss upcoming races, including the Coca-Cola 600. Supporters worldwide hoped he would recover quickly and return to racing soon. Instead, only hours later, the heartbreaking confirmation of his passing stunned the entire sports world. Outside racing statistics and championships, Kyle Busch's impact on NASCAR culture extended much deeper. He inspired younger drivers, built loyal fan communities known as Rowdy Nation, and remained deeply passionate about developing future racing talent through his Truck Series team ownership and mentorship programs. Family remained one of the most important parts of Kyle Busch's life away from racing. He is survived by his wife, Samantha Busch, and their 2 children, Brexton and Lennox. Supporters online have especially focused their prayers and condolences toward the family as they navigate this devastating loss privately. Meanwhile, NASCAR communities around the world continue sharing emotional memories connected to Busch's legendary career. Fans are revisiting old victories, dramatic interviews, emotional championship celebrations, and unforgettable rivalries that helped shape NASCAR over the last 2 decades. Several supporters described Kyle Busch as one of the last true old-school racers, someone willing to compete anywhere, anytime, and against anyone. Whether racing in the Cup Series, Xfinity Series, or Truck Series, Busch constantly pushed himself to compete at the highest possible level. His emotional personality also made him deeply human in the eyes of supporters. Unlike athletes who carefully hid their emotions publicly, Busch often showed frustration, joy, disappointment, and passion openly after races. That honesty created an emotional connection between him and fans that lasted throughout his career.